And there we are. We are live right now. So yes, welcome everyone to Layer 5's websites meeting. And today is November 20th and our weekly websites meeting. So on this meeting, we talk about different websites and UI UX and design system stuff. But before we start with our topics, let's first have introduction of the folks who are joining us for the first time. So I see a couple of names who are like first in the calls. So I'll say Mahesh, is it the first time that you're joining? So you get to take the stage. You can, talk about yourself, like what's your interest and which is the project you like most. So do you mind giving intro?
Oh, hi. My name is Mahesh Vashist, and I really have this quick question. Like, I want to like contribute in this community. So, is this meeting like, I can also join it or not? Like, I have not any contribution done yet, but I want to contribute. So, can I join this meeting, or it's for beginner?
Yeah, definitely. This is for beginner. So there are, a couple of meeting happening in the community. So you will find all the meeting details in community calendar. But to answer your question, yeah, you, for sure can join these meetings. You can have an idea. You can pick up some good first issues that are discussed. So absolutely, yes, you can, Mahesh. And thank you for joining today's one.
Okay, thank you.
Apart from this, there's a meeting on every Thursday for newcomers. So there you will get kind of overview on the projects and community. So that meeting will also be helpful. So see you there too.
Okay.
Thank you, Mahesh. And next up, we have Chris with us. So Chris, would you mind giving your intro?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Christopher Van de Bussy, and I'm from Nigeria, and I'm a front-end developer. So I just joined yesterday. I think I was assigned a task. But I'm still having some issues setting up my development environment. So yeah.
Thank you, Chris. And
Yeah.
yep, whatever issues you're facing setting up the project locally, you can always raise a question on discuss.layer5.io. I'm sure Abhijit will share the link in chat. Post all your error logs there, and yeah, we'll see what we can to get you up running.
Okay,
Thank
good. Thank you. Yeah.
thank you, Chris. And next up, I see Larissa with us. I guess she's also joining us for the first time. So Larissa, would you go next? And just a quick note, like if you have any audio issues or you're facing some problem with your mic, so you can always introduce yourself in the chat. So I guess Larissa is also facing something like that. Trinaya Reddy, like is it the first time that you're joining this call or?
Yes, actually, this is my first time. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. This is Chandra Reddy, and I'm from India. I'm currently in my second year of BTech with major in CSC honors. And currently, I'm working on OneStack projects, and I'm trying to specialize in backend projects. So I would like to work on backend. My free time, I would like to have my projects working on. And especially, I'm a kind of foodie. That's it.
Thank you, Trinaya. So, yep, we do have a lot of issues for developers like you. So thanks once again for joining the call. And now I don't think I missed anyone. So if I did, please make sure you introduce yourself to the people on the call in chat. Now we'll be going after the topics, and the first one in the list is layer5.io. And first item is from Raj about fixed unvariant size of cards on community page. So do we have Raj on call? I think we don't. So let's send a reminder to Raj in the Slack channel. Guess Avijit will do that. And if he joins, we'll be covering this item. Next up, the item is from Trinaya Reddy only. From Trinaya only. So Trinaya, would you like to present this one? I guess I'll repeat this once again. So this is an item from Trinaya. So Trinaya, would you like to go, or we can circle back to you after like say 5 minutes? You're on mute, Trinaya.
Actually, from this issue, I was having that clickable paths were not having any kind of flow, and they were not having
Would you like to present this?
Sorry?
Would you like to share a screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me can you please wait for 2 minutes? I need to set it up.
Okay, so then maybe we can cover your item after Bala, right?
Sounds great.
Okay. So signal when you are ready, Trinaya. So then next item is from Bala. So Bala, will you be presenting this? The refresh redirection. I see we have Bala on call. Bala, you're on mute.
Yeah, sure. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. And just a note that if you say if you're asking that you are audible or is your screen visible, so there is a $2 fine that all of us have to, So you can just
Okay.
go ahead with supposing my screen is visible, and then if not, someone will definitely point out.
Okay. The problem is in the wait a minute, I will.
Okay.
The issue is raised by Abhijit Gaurav Yaman. Issue is in layer 5 website, layer 5 io.website. When we refresh the page, it's redirected to the integration part.
Okay.
So I have in the main page. When we refresh, it's redirecting to the integration part.
Yeah, like if you visit this page, so it should be on top here,
It
but
should be on top.
it takes you there here, like in the where the integrations are displayed.
Yeah. Hopefully, I have fixed this issue, but Abhijit has recommended to join this meeting, so I joined. I have made one pull request and I have solved those problems.
I also see some of the suggestions from Abhijit. So, but let's take a look at the latest preview for this PR.
Yes, okay. Here you can see there is no redirection for the refresh.
Yeah, looks good. And is Mohit with us on call? Okay,
Yeah.
Abhijit, yeah. Go ahead, Lee.
Oh, no, he's not.
Okay. Abhijit, do you have anything to share regarding this PR? I see some of the suggestions from you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually in the search bar, while typing, it loses the focus. But actually, it was losing focus earlier. But Bala just solved in the latest commit of his.
That's good then. So we'll take a look after the call. I'll share this PR link in chat so all of us can take a look.
Yeah.
We'll
For
proceed.
the latest commit, I have fixed everything, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Bala. And so I'll ask Trinaya again. Are you ready to present?
Yes, can I get the screen?
Yes, you can.
Basically, the issue was that clickable cards were not having any kind of glow effect. Like in this issue, like you can see that it was not having any kind of glow effect, and the cards were not having any kind of what did you say, round edge. By this PR, I fixed the glow issue and I created that round edges as well. And let me show you the key.
Okay, so those parts now are okay. Yeah.
As the more it suggested me some changes, suggesting me that the cards were not in the same height, I fixed that one also. here are the cards that are fixed, like it would be having a glow effect, and I have added the round edge as
Okay. So like all the cards that are clickable, you are adding this effect. So
Yes. like in
any
this particular page.
what can you please?
Like in this particular page, they have added this.
Okay. Yeah. Any feedback for Trinay Iyer?
I don't know. Like 15 minutes into the, what did he do? I'm sorry to have people
Actually, the
interrupt, but like quickly, just what'd you do?
these cards were not having any kind of glow effect when they were forward.
Holy, wait, so can you speak up a little bit, or can you use the mic, like, I don't know, move closer to the mic maybe, or something?
Yeah, okay. Is this audible?
It's better.
Yeah, like these cards were not having any kind of glow effect when they were forward, and these cards were not having any round edge as well. So this was not having any consistency among the cards in this side. So I added the round edge as well, and this hover effect on these cards.
Okay, so makes sense. Looks good, Trinaya, and yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll share my screen again. And next item is from Sandra on fixes documentation. So we do have Sandra on call. So Sandra, would you like to? Sandra is on mute. So let's circle back to Sandra once she's ready to talk about this item.
Sorry guys, I must have been on mute. It's been a few days since I got the final feedback on the documentation implementation. That feedback has been implemented. So just waiting for reviews or somebody to take a look at it and see what the final feedback implementation method was and if it's acceptable or not.
Oh yeah, thank you, Sandra. I have shared the link in chat. So okay, so this is an issue, and I see there's a PR, but that's closed. What did you say, Sandra? Can you please say once again? Like you said that there's already a PR up for this one.
Oh, so is that the correct?
Okay.
No, that's not my issue. I don't think.
Okay. I may have picked one the wrong one. This is the fixed documentation. I see. This is the issue that you have linked right here in the.
Then it's my bad. I linked the incorrect issue.
Okay.
I did it manually, so there you go. Perhaps you can skip to the next person and then I will edit it.
Yeah, okay. Yep, makes sense. Thank you, Sandra. And next item we have is from Jay Kumar on Mystery Embeds on Lalify.ai website. So do we have Jay on call? Oh yeah, I remember Jay had sent word about him not being able to be on present on call. So we also cannot take feedback for him because he has not linked any issues with PR. But let's see what we can do about this item as we go on to cover other items. Next item is from Aman. And Aman is also not on the call. All right, so there is an ask for vertical slider, vertical and horizontal slider having before and after kind of look. And so Aman has this one up. So we'll take feedback for Aman here, but just send this in chat so you all can take a look on this video. You might have implemented it and taken a screencast and then shared. Ritik, can you please present this? Can you share your screen? And I've shared the link in chat.
Just a second.
Okay.
I guess. So
Yep,
like
yep.
Aman is not on the call, so maybe we can skip his item. Like basically
Yeah,
what
but
he is doing, yeah, he's adding this slider to show the before and after screens. Like we have one of our pages on the layer 5 side. So yeah. So basically it is going to be about here. We on the left side we will be having a YAML file, and on the right side we will be showing the image that design that will be created, that happens on the playground. So you can just create the designs, and this is going to be the view of that before and after of that. So Aman is adding this slider. So
okay, yeah. So we'll point to this. Yep, go ahead.
yeah, no. But I
Lee, if
guess
you're
this thing.
Lee, if you're Lee, you are on mute. If you're saying anything. Yep. So we'll point Aman to this feedback.
Here we go.
All right. Then next item is from Ankush.
Yes.
Yep.
Vishal, can you please open up the issue and show the PR? Please open the preview for this.
Yep.
Go to the handbook, like the pages, community handbook.
Yes.
Click on any of about the. Now you can click on the inter navigation page, and I have added the scroll smooth. Like click on newcomers.
Okay, let me click on this one. Okay, so this is scrolling effect there.
Yes.
Okay, before navigating to that section, it takes around I will say that around 500 milliseconds or something. Like I click it and there is a delay.
Actually, it was previously when a user clicks on any of the navigation, inter navigation, that section comes up immediately. So like he added the scroll behavior so that it gives a smooth animation. So,
Yes.
yeah. So I guess this looks good now. Please. Yeah.
Thank you, Ritik, for the feedback. And yeah, Ankush, I will wait for 5 more seconds. Like if anyone have any other feedback for Ankush here.
Can you? Oh, good. My microphone's back. Do you mind refreshing? You were talking about a latency in terms of.
Yeah, like when you click on, like if I click on this, navigation link, so it just waits for few seconds. I mean,
Oh,
that-
yeah. Yeah, you might want to try inverting the transition. Like if it's a Bezier, that's maybe more the, anyway, there's the, you can just change have it start fast and slow. Invert the transition. Who's working on it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Cool. Nice.
So like just this perspective that, it at first it seems like it may not be working. So that kind of latency is there. So just that. But I mean, after that, it's all looks good. So thank you, Lee. And next item is from Akshan about visual design. So Akshan is not with us, so we'll skip. And then next item is from Varsha about logos. Do we have Varsha on call? No, we don't. So Abhijit, do you mind sending reminders to Akshan and Varsha about these items? So if they join, we can cover their item. Thank you, Abhijit. And I'll ask Sandra if she's ready with the link.
Yep. So if we can just give it one more try,
Yeah, there we are.
perhaps it's 4932, not 4933. There we go. So I received very good feedback regarding this issue and its implementation. I took that feedback and of course updated the snippets of the documentation that I edited, and I'm just waiting for I leave more feedback regarding the implemented feedback, and then I'll assume we're good to go. This issue has been open for quite a minute, and I'm just hoping that we can close if everything is in order, because it's connected to 9 other repos. So I cannot close the other 9 repos that are about being stale, but we changed the labels from being stale to reminding the bot that it's still being worked on. So, yep.
Yep. Thank you. Like I've shared the link in chat, and yep.
Everybody down the call, we have tainers, yes, but the community is made up of 5,000 people, and more reviews from all of y'all will, benefit this entire project, specifically this PR. Just kidding, but yes, your feedback is also welcome.
Yeah, and for
That's
that
it for
purpose,
me.
thank you, Sandra, and for that only, like I've shared the link in chat, so everybody on call can take a look. And it's a, great way to contribute to the community via reviewing these PRs and giving your feedback. So that really counts. So thank you, Sandra. And next item is from me. So just open it. So this is there was an issue, and I have documented that in this issue link. I'll share that in chat. So I have like written in detail what's the issue, but just for the sake of completeness, I'll just quickly share it. So there are 250 plus integrations for Mesri, and each has individual pages on layer5.io website. It talks about what you can do with the integration and how it works. So in the how it works section, there's integrations, and so these are the 250 plus integrations. So if I just for example take this one, so there are 2 screenshots attached here for how it works, and on the more or less on the different 250 plus integrations, only these 2 are used. And we have like opened 60 to 70 issues about creating updating these screenshots. So what this issue is, what does this PR fix is, there was an issue, and that was like if you were to update these 2 screenshots, so they were being overwritten, and that's definitely not something we want. So I have done a couple of changes there. that will make sure that if there are some updated screenshots for the particular integrations, so it will first use them. If not, then this it will fall back to use these two screenshots. And there's a little convention that has to be followed in order to update these screenshots, and that is written here. So under the integration collection, there is a underscore images directory where you have to create a directory and then put all your screenshots here. So I'll just share this link in chat. And if any one of you have any question or any feedback, so then we can discuss that. I'll just wait for 5 more seconds before we go on to the next item. So if any one of you have any question or any feedback for me. Thanks. So let's go talking about the other item that is from Kingsley. And do we have Kingsley? Yeah, we do have Kingsley on call. And yep, Kingsley. So will you be?
Yeah, thanks, Vivek. Hi, everyone. So I've gotten a lot of feedback from the leaderboard implementation on the Messenger extension packages. I know I left the link to the PR on that same section where I had the leaderboard comments. So I've implemented those changes. I think I might just share my screen and then so we're going to see how the changes were done.
Kingsley, if you can share your screen.
All right. Okay. Okay, so let me quickly pull these up friendly. Okay. So when you hit the view leaderboard, it takes you to the leaderboard section, right? So
Kingsley,
Kingsley,
quick question. Are we the initial goal actually was to have the leaderboard on the main page? Like it's always been like the goal for it just to be a widget in different sites. Do we have a version of that on the main page?
Oh, okay. No. I've not created that version, but I intend to. It's part of the new iteration I said I'll be working on for the leaderboard. Yeah, that's the one that will be like a floating label on that main page, where that will have just a few columns, including like the member and then the rank, and maybe the total points on it. So if you now want to, should probably be showing the first top five or something. Then if you want to view the entire leaderboard, you can click on a button or maybe a CTA that will take you to this page where you can view the list of all the leaderboards and then perform all the actions that you can perform. They're like, filtering by monthly and then searching through the list of the members on the leaderboard. So that was like the intention. Yeah, but for now, what I did was to improve what we have on the main page of the leaderboard, where Ritik mentioned something about the team. So though from what I did here, I was able to use Adobe Color, but I think I'll need the designers to attend to the color usage here because that's on the dark theme. So because I didn't really get the colors from the design system, I had to use a color tool to get the dark contrast of the primary color of layer 5. So that was how I was able to generate these two colors for the dark theme. So, and then also improve the visibility of some items that we're not able to show if you're on either dark theme or light theme. But now everything works well now if you're either on the dark theme or on the light theme. But yeah, for the color usage here, I think, I don't know if it's completely wrong, but yeah, my attention can be called to where the colors were used wrongly on the dark theme. So I could just quickly update that. But then every other functionality, like it's still works perfectly well. The pagination, the search, and then the filtering by monthly also. Yeah, that's basically from me. Thank you. I don't know if I have any feedback.
Yeah, for the colors in the dark mode, you can refer to our playground where or the Meshri, like with there we have multiple data tables, so you can use the same colors from there. And also, like if you see at the right corner below the login button, there is a button discussion forum. Like it's kind of it's visible
Yeah,
currently. Like
right.
that.
These, right? You
Yeah.
mean the, yeah. Okay.
Second is like the welcome to layer 5 leaderboard. Like the color is black, but the text hello is in the white color. So yeah, welcome to layer 5 leaderboard should also be in the white color. And like so.
All right.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. I have left a couple of like the comments on the PR. So
Yeah, it was actually those comments that I updated, unless you added some new ones. So there are new ones you added.
no, I haven't. Yeah. No, I haven't added new one. But like, yeah.
Thanks.
Also, Kingsley, like just out of curiosity, so the ranking there, like, is it based on number of points, or you are using some another criteria? Because I see I have like 14 points and Ritik is all, he has 10, but still he is on third and I'm on fourth, so that's why this question.
Okay, I'm not completely sure on how the criteria for the total points, but how it was calculated is through 3 major metrics, one of which is sorry, let me quickly pull this up. I think this will really help me in finding out. Let me see. There's a place I documented that total points calculation. Okay, yes. So we have for total points is 1 multiplying by the number of posts a user creates, then 2 multiplying the number of likes a user receives, and then 3 multiplying the number of solutions that was accepted from the user. So I think these are like the major criteria for the leaderboard. And here you have it 1 times posts, 2 times likes, plus 3 times solutions. And then yeah, that was how I was able to calculate the total points. So, but yeah, the major metrics of how the whole ranking actually works, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I just implemented exactly what came from the what do you call it, Discourse API. Yeah.
Thank you, Kingsley. And yeah, there's a feedback from Lee in the comments. So
All right. I'll check it out. Thanks.
Yeah, also when you do, like, you can check like on the 8th row why Sandra's name is not on the list.
Oh, thank you. I'll update that.
Good. So yeah, good. So this represents no small amount of work from Kingsley. If the outside of any comments about aesthetics, if the data is accurate, it's probably appropriate to motion for this to go public, or to suggest that at least this initial version meets the good enough line, or so to speak, like the functional line. Is that your sense of it, Kingsley, or do we have a couple of open question marks around validity of the report? This data is refreshed each time you refresh the page, right?
Kingsley, you are on mute.
Okay, sorry. I was actually speaking. I didn't know I was mute. So yeah, the data is always constantly accurate. So the way I implemented it is that each time you refresh the page, or each time you leave the window and come back, it always refreshes the new data. So that's the way it was implemented.
Yeah.
Hey,
for the
and I think, yeah, okay.
Oh,
yeah, and
yeah,
I think,
yeah,
I said, and I think I mean, for most of the updates or feedbacks I got, they were really very, very valid feedback. So I ensured that I checked all those boxes, all of them. So before it got to this level. So I feel like it's good enough to go live, really. So then we can probably start opening a couple of issues, to, in case you want to add anything or maybe work on an entirely new feature altogether. So can just quickly do that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Kingsley's sense of this being ready to go live. It reminds me of Sandra's sense of what the most important PR to review is. So it's just, that just brings a smile to my face. That's great. And I know that Sandra was, anyway, Sandra's doing a great
I
job.
have to claim it, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure what you said, but whatever sarcasm you just added is totally appropriate. I thought it was very well said what you said before. It's funny. Anyway, yeah, good for Kingsley. By the way, for Kingsley, so this has been 2 years in the making. And I've been talking about this for 2 years. We had assigned this to Meshbait, Leonard, who lives in the same neck of the woods as Kingsley does. And he just never could figure out REST, I guess. I don't know. Just the concept, I guess the whole thing to him was foreign, and we went around for a long time. We got other people to try to work on it. And there's been a lot of people that have tried to do this. And on one hand, I think the crux of the issue for many people was just the integration of the two systems, like reading data from a REST API. And it is about the easiest damn thing that you could ever do. To put the whole thing together, though, end to end, and take everyone's feedback and all this stuff, like Kingsley has put in a great deal. He's stuck with it. He's put in a great deal of effort, and he has a standalone board, a standalone site, if you will, and that's what we're looking at here. So pretty fantastic. This same functionality, you can, well, you can go to the discussion forum today and see this functionality plus more. If you're on the site, the issue is when you're not on the site, people aren't being recognized. And so that's in large part what Kingsley is helping us accomplish, is like ensuring that hopefully we can take the full version of this board or a widget style, like just a slimmer version, if you will, just like he described earlier, and land that onto X number of other sites that we have, like basically all of them. And so this should be really well used functionally if the data is accurate. And, if Lee is in the number one spot, then the data must be accurate, because that's just, I wish we could take me out. Like if that was a thing, if you can put in a rule to like remove that guy, I would appreciate it, actually. So for my part, I think part of what Kingsley is seeking is what Sandra is seeking, is like to put it to bed and like put a check in the box, or like get it over the first hump. And it sounds like he has a few points of feedback that he wants to work through. But he'd sure have a lot more energy behind it if the darn thing went live, I suppose. It's something to point to and be proud of, and something that we can start to propagate to other sites. I don't know. Does anyone else feel the same way, or do we think there's a couple of things yet that need to be done before it should be published? Do we have a mock-up, Kingsley, for how this would integrate into the badges website? And you might be muted, Mr. Kingsley.
Okay, so this is the badges website. This was really implemented on the badges website. So
Wonderful.
unless we are
That's
talking
wonderful.
about
No, it is. It's wonderful. Except you couldn't like if someone all that they were able to see was just this, it would be like, oh, this is the badges website. Oh, BS. it says leaderboard there. Where's the rest? Where's the badges? Got no mention of badge. Like, no, you haven't integrated it into the badges site. Yes, I understand that this is conceptually inside of the same repo, all that, but
Yeah.
there's a button on the main badges page, but it miserably fails the other requirement, which is the initial requirement of the thing, which is to be a widget. And so, yeah, do we have a mock-up for what that looks like in the?
Oh, okay. No, there is no mock-up for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That concerns me greatly, because that's the, and I realize it maybe after a couple of years, like.
But then I think we have, okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to say, I think we have something very similar. I don't know if you were the one or Vivek was the one that, demoed it from the discussion forum. I mean, a very small, tiny version of the leaderboard that has just a few bunch of information. It was looking like something embedded. So, but what I want to do is to make it look like a floating label. So it's always fixed to it's always fixed on that badges website. So whatever you scroll to, it always shows as like a floating label or something on that badges website. Maybe at the bottom right section of the badges homepage, something like that.
Yeah. Bottom right, like a widget with,
Yeah, like a widget. Yeah. With just a few informations. Yeah.
Nice.
Then if
One
you want
metric.
to do all, with one metric, which is probably the total points. So then the rank and then the member, which may have the profile picture, and then the name of the the contributor.
Cool.
And then the badge.
Sorry to interrupt. Are the columns sortable here?
Not sortable. No,
okay.
Not sortable.
By the way,
but yeah, you can filter by daily, weekly, quarterly, yearly, all time. So
nice.
whichever.
Good.
Then you can also
good.
search through to get whatever team member you want to get through.
Yeah. What can you give an example of what people might search for?
Search for them. Yeah, you can search for. Let's say I search for Lee. I can get
like Kipton.
Kipton. Yeah. So I can search for Viv. Yeah. So I got him.
Nice. So both of those guys are on the first page. What about like Daniel?
Okay, let me try searching for someone on the last page. What name will I use? Let me see. Okay, let me search for Yash Sharma.
Wait, no. So stop. Please search for Daniel. Don't, stay on this same page. Yeah. Okay, the point isn't to harass Daniel. The point is to point out that, whoops, I didn't realize this, but unless Daniel has never made a comment on the site.
I didn't show up, because probably not on the first 50. Or the data is not being returned, actually.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to. One that you can't, by the way, this was the genesis of this particular initiative was really to focus on the solutions accepted. Like, hey, who's solving issues and how do we recognize those people? And so the notion that it's not sorted on that by default or that you can't sort on that is, that's a point of feedback. You'll want to take you see where it says, is that intentional, that discussion forum in the upper right-hand corner?
Yeah, this is just from the initial design, I think. So it was just to redirect the users to the discussion forums in case they want to go and see what's going on in the discussion forum. But yeah, this is wrongly placed, in my opinion, based on the feedback I got. Yeah. And then, of course, I saw that it's not good. So I'll have to bring it down to somewhere here under the welcome to layer 5, then visit our discussion forum kind of.
Cool. If you type in Kingsley in the search.
Yeah, I think that should be up.
Nice. Yeah, he's number 10, so he's on the first page. So anyway, the point of doing that exercise was just to come to understand whether or not, individual users or records are searched beyond what has been loaded. And if not, then the search isn't quite a search. It's more of just a single page filter.
Yes, it's a single page filter. Like, but though 50 records are being fetched, I fetched 50, so I had to paginate it into 10 records per page. So, and it's only those 50 records that are being searched for. So if we want to implement a proper search, I think that will be done from the backend, whereby I'll be passing a query params to the backend based on the search, and then it brings populates the
Yeah,
table.
or not. There's a search on the site, on the discussion forum. Use that. Retrieve the results from that and then display those. That way you don't need a backend. Because we already have it. It's the site itself.
Okay. I'm not sure I got it though.
Yeah, go to disk. I hope we'll have time to talk about Rex's stuff, but go to discuss.layer5.io.
Okay.
If you would.
Right.
And see if there's a search on there. If there is, type in Daniel again.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, nice. Alrighty. And if you just hit if you just hit return for me.
Okay.
All right, and then you take a look. That wasn't quite what we were hoping for. If you go back,
okay,
and just search for a term, Daniel or a term, and hit enter without visiting the specific search result.
Okay. Yeah.
Enter.
Okay.
Oh, nice, huh? If you hit more at the bottom.
Okay, more.
There we go. So if you take a look at the URL in your location bar, your location. See where it says search question mark Q equals.
Daniel.
There you go. You could potentially you could screen scrape that, or I'm sure the API has a search on it as well.
Exactly. So if he has, and I know what the query params is, just like the way we have Q equal to Daniel. So if I know the value or the key for the query, and then it's easy for me to implement. So, but if there is no search on that API, then that's where we have a big problem.
It's not that big. It's not screen scraping. This isn't that. I'm sure you'll be able to do it, and I'm sure that there's a search of the API, or the API offers search. And as a matter of fact, it's probably not the thing to focus on. The thing to focus on is all the other feedback of the super small buttons at the bottom, the super small pagination buttons, the filter by, the columns sort, the widgetized format, and then mock-ups and like getting it into the other pages. Go, run. What's the login do, by the way?
Oh, that's from the total, I mean the main navigation from, right? It does anything. Okay, it takes you to Meshi.io.
That's where it goes? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
yeah, I don't know. It was never meant to stand alone, so that's like that doesn't really fit very well. But okay, because right now it's all about discussion forum things, and if you take them to log in over there, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, what would be nice is I don't foresee this happening. It'd be nice though. What we ultimately want to do is be able to take badges that people are assigned from Layer 5 Cloud. When they receive a particular milestone badge, is to also then begin to integrate those activities into a singular board. Just FYI, as a future-facing thing. The monthly word filter by, does it, when you hover on it, does it change at all to like a conventional dropdown? Does it look like a conventional dropdown with a down arrow or anything? Okay.
Yeah, it can actually.
All right. Okay. Good. Thanks for doing this.
So it changes according to the data that's according to what's being passed. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Lee and Kingsley. So let me share my screen. And next up, we have item from Rex, progress on system design system. So Rex, all set? You're on mute, Rex.
Yeah,
No,
I just turned on my mic. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, so progress. So far, a few things have been added. My Figma is acting up. I've shared this link on Slack anyway. I shared it on the UX channel and on the website channel. There was a setting that was restricting people's, ability to view it, but I think I've corrected that and it should work out fine now.
Oh, Rex,
Two things we are
I don't
working
think we are
on.
able to hear you properly, Rex.
Well, a couple of things, more than two things anyway. But I've given some updates. The last time I was able to present on the meeting about a color change in light mode because of a discussion we had about how is it now? Is it better now? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Dang it. Every freaking time. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's
All
good.
right, great.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Maybe you can, Rex, maybe you can close your webcam so that we can
Oh yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
okay. That could work as well. Yes, thanks for pointing that out. Okay, so added spacing. Okay, let me present it so that it's I'll just be able to skim through it real quick. This is the dark mode anyway. There's light mode, but maybe on request I can go over to the light mode. Added spacing to it, and there's the components section now as well. So now with typography, color, and spacing properly sorted out, we can now have components created based on those directives or those principles already laid down. I'm still trying to figure out this graphic, but this is what it's supposed to look like anyway. I don't know why it's looking like this in dark mode. It looked okay earlier. Maybe something I did. But yeah, you can search for a component here. If you already see the component you need, say the button component, for instance, you can click on that, and then you have all these specifications. This is open for review, of course. Is this what we want to work with? Is this what it's supposed to look like? And yeah, the only thing left for buttons here is specification. And the next thing, the next set of components I was going to start working on was the input field and the transfer list. Then after that, I'd have to circle back to this, guys. This is active. It's not supposed to be. I should adjust that. That's the identity, but yeah, this is. I just hope you guys got all that because of my network. It's quite bad. And yes, yeah. So here, there's a little bug here anyway that I'll try and fix eventually. It's a prototyping bug. Here, the checkbox is the check mark is supposed to appear, but it doesn't appear in the prototype. I don't know why. This place is supposed to be populated with the code of these buttons. So anybody trying to design something can just come here, preview the code for the button, copy the button. Maybe we might have for that something like what Material UI has. But yeah, this is supposed to be checked. Apologies for that. I've not been able to resolve that yet. I'm still figuring it out. Once I'm done, maybe that should work. So, and that's how it's going to be for every other component. So you can always preview it. These are having the functionalities of all the buttons active already. And yeah, I don't know. Feedback. One other thing is icons. Sudhanshu brought it to my notice the last time I presented something. And yeah, unfortunately, we've not been able to come to a consensus. Currently, I use Fluent Icons by Microsoft, but since we don't necessarily have the time to create our own, systems icons, we definitely would have to use open or outsource the icons that we get to use. So that is something we might have to come to an agreement on and see, which one will work. Okay, yeah, I've seen this issue. Let me just rectify it now. So yeah, comments, feedback, critics, shots, I'll have them all. Hope you guys can still hear me though.
Yeah, we can hear you.
That sounded like such a lonely comment. I hope you guys can still hear me after all this talking. Your designs look amazing. I've worked with Figma a little bit and these look so beyond professional. Well done, Rex.
Well, that's the first. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Any other person want to have a go at me?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, is the design system like site is coming very great. Like it looks really cool. Like, but I have like a small thing like that we discussed previously also for the search icon that we have at the navigation. Like, can we shift that to somewhere else, like either to the left panel, not here at the top, at title heading, like
okay, the navigation here, the search icon.
Yeah.
Okay. Shift it to where?
Like maybe to the left panel that where we are showing the components heading. Yeah. Below it. To the left panel above the about assistant heading, like, maybe.
Yeah, around here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. How is that? Let's see. Should we do it demo now and see if that works out? Because if you're shifting it, if you're taking it out of here, are you taking it with the weather icon or just the search icon?
Because like if we like you showed in the last meeting or the mobile view, like, we had the problem if a user clicks on this icon, like where are we removing the system design system logo from to show the search bar? So
okay, yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the mental model for handheld devices is a bit different from that for desktop devices. So for desktop, you can always have it can appear in this order and it can easily be accessed. But for handheld devices, most times the top left and the top right are meant for those quick action, buttons or quick action items that you want to access. Stuff like search, the menu, these menus, so well, you have a valid point anyway, but I might have to see a visual of what you're trying to point out. Maybe if this is given, maybe once this is, if it passes muster and it's integrated to the layer 5's project file, then we can have different variations of the top nav suggestions before we get to the top nav component and now have something pieced together that we can use across board. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. So and I don't know, I'm not sure Lee has seen this, but just because I know you were at Cubic on the meeting we presented this, but there's the light mode. Remember that talk about reducing the intensity, the amount of green used in light mode, and then bringing it to life in dark mode. So we arrived at one of the Accent Gray 40. So in our tonal palette, there's an Accent Gray and there's the charcoal gray. So using the Accent Gray for the primary action button. So the lighting is more like a black and white kind of thing. We can actually go darker because this is more gray and white than black and white, but it depends. If this works, then we can use this. If it doesn't, we go dark and make it full-blown black and white, so that I don't know, but just check it out, let me know what you think. And yeah.
Do you have in the proposed white mode, do you have examples of where the two primary brand colors would be used?
Yeah, like this is a primary brand color already. This is the field, but this was the field, but
so I guess this sort of confirms my fears then about the no, I mean, where's these are not the two primary brand, or like the two that I'm referring to are Keppel green and Caribbean green. And so how would those be interwoven? Where would those be used?
Well, for starters, graphics and illustrations, like here on the components page, for instance. So if I change this to light mode, you notice that, well, this graphic is a constant this way, and this is how it's going to be on light mode. So the idea is, even if it's an input field, if we're going to have like an illustration of the input field, it's going to incorporate this Keppel and the Caribbean green. Then here as well, in spacing, when we were using some rectangles to try and show visuals of what those spacing looks like. So this is Caribbean green that we used here. And so the system is mostly documentation, and we might not necessarily have room for visuals except or until, I'm able to implement more, and which I know is, a key part of what it is we're trying to achieve, implement more do's and don'ts aspect of it all, where we are saying, okay, you do this, you don't do that. I've not necessarily been able to come up with the visuals for those aspects yet, but maybe when we do, where is that? Yeah, something like this. So we might have some of the, maybe a component in here, a certain use case, and then how to apply it, how not to apply it. With that, we could have a bit more of the colors coming up in light mode. But you'd notice, if you'd look keenly, you'd notice here in light mode, the Caribbean is slightly, just a tad bit darker to improve the accessibility, as opposed to here in dark mode. Probably if I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't have noticed. I hope you didn't, but yeah. So
yeah, it's hard to tell through Zoom.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so you're saying the two colors that we're primarily known for the proposal right now is to potentially use them as annotations in
light mode, yes.
In light mode, and yeah, it'd be great to see other examples other than, so I get how they're being used as annotations for just like showing an example width, or showing, looks like you're using more of a standard green for like the due notification. Is that not an opportunity to use the
well, it definitely can be considered. Yeah, it can be considered now that you bring it up. And
the other location that you'd given as an example of where in light mode, ideally the colors, it would be ideal if the colors work, the brand colors remain irrespective of mode. I think that would be ideal if we're teaching the users in one way, that like, hey, if something's yellow, then it's clickable, or if it's green, it's clickable, that irrespective of what mode they're in, it would ideally be the same. That's probably not, it's not a hard rule, because people will usually switch to one or the other and stay there. But yeah, a lack of use of it, or maybe there's other examples of where you're considering.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
If you end up having an example of an input field in light mode,
the only issue that we've had so far is the accessibility. And that's
Yep. Is accessibility improved if you were to put a shadow behind it?
I see what you mean. Well, this is the input field in light mode. And well, it's the search bar.
So the network is
Well,
not
sadly, the shadow is not green. It is this gray still. Let me switch to focus so you can take a look at what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Can you see it now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So maybe okay, your point is this could be an avenue to have it. That's all. Well, if it's anything to go by, the shadows here on these cards have if I present this page, or let me just change it here, connections. So the shadows here are let's change this to hover. You see the shadows, have the green as well. So are you suggesting that's the same for the input field? Well, maybe that could work, I guess.
It might, yeah.
Yeah, that could work. The
There's
shadows for the cards are green. And then maybe to your point of looking for more avenues, it would even help to bluster consistency, because now we have every kind of elevation across both light and dark mode as green. So that can be a nice consensus to have.
The mega menu on layer5.io, the large menu at the top of the site.
You were saying something, please go ahead.
It has a sample, has an example of what it looks like in light mode to have a light green underneath. So it's a good point of reference to assess whether or not that feels like it'll work. And I know the network is not doing us a favor today. So you're probably already on to another topic.
Layer5.io or discussed on layer5.io, which is it? Okay, thank you.
Whoops. Stop. Oh, okay. On layer5.io, layer5.io, if you're two places to train your eye to is the one on this mega menu. So I'll scroll here. I'll scroll here to the extent that you can see the effect underneath of the lettering. The second place that has relatively prominent use on this page, on the light version, and it's the same on the dark, like but it is when you start to scroll.
Yeah, cuts across it, yeah. Okay, the navigation, yes, okay. Let's open up.
A couple of places where you at least get to see it in action and see what. So if we go to dark mode, it basically has the same. Come here. It's a little more prominent in dark mode, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I think that makes sense. That's a nice consensus to have. We can
well, yeah, good.
Work with that.
Okay. Thank you, Rex and Lee. And yeah, like we are 12 minutes over time, but before we wrap up, let's just quickly cover Raj's item. So Raj has joined. So Raj, would you mind share your screen and give the updates?
Hello.
Yep.
That me? Me? All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Raj.
PR number 513. I'm sharing my screen now.
Okay, Vlad, like
Is that?
I had asked
Sorry,
Raj.
Were you talking to me or someone else?
Yeah, go ahead, like Vlad. Yes, I mean, I was talking to Raj, but yep, you can share your updates. Go ahead, please.
All right. So this was the issue I was supposed to resolve, and I did that. Actually, I did it for all the pages under handbook, and not just the issues mentioned, because these were the issues mentioned were general contributions and this and that. But apparently, all pages under that section have varying problems. All right. So I went ahead and fixed the margin top for all of them. Yeah. So this is it in my local post. All of them, you can check them, and I have pushed it to the. So basically, what I did in the code was to because I observed
Vlad,
that
yeah, like the changes looks good, and I will like share the PRs link in chat, and definitely I mean folks will take a look and then give you your feedback. But that was I mean we get the sense like the changes that you have done here. Thank you a lot, Vlad.
that. All right.
Okay, so I'll just ask Raj quickly that are you all ready? I mean, can you
Yeah, hello.
share your, yep, go ahead. You can share your screen.
Should I share my screen?
Yep, definitely go ahead.
Wait.
So Raj, like we still cannot see your screen.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Or maybe I can share my screen and you can. Oh yeah, you already.
Can you see my screen?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just fixed these cards that were uneven size in the community page.
But then there in the mobile view too, and you can see in the screenshot too, like there's a spacing,
Yeah, let me share the view, like how it looks.
Yeah, so there's this little spacing.
Then I can align the text into the center. Okay.
Let's ask for feedback on this one. So any feedback for Raj here?
For the mobile devices, like you can decrease the height because they are on the column view. So yeah, you can make the height fit content for the both of the cards, and yeah.
Should I like align them both horizontally one?
And I see vertically.
Yes. Also, you should do what Ritik said, which is, hey, in mobile view, if they're stacked on top of each other, it's less of a concern that they are of equal height. And therefore, you can more or less leave it as it was in mobile view.
So should I like keep them side by side?
No. Are we? Hold on. Is this thing on? Hold on. Let me just check. Raj,
Yeah,
my friend. Cool. So what are you going to do, Raj?
So I'm gonna decrease both size, keep them like they were already.
And then you guys have seen Dude, Where's My Car? And what else are you going to do, Raj? You got 2 points of feedback.
Yeah, I will just stack them top of one another and will decrease the size of cards in the mobile.
And then there's 2 points of feedback. You got the one.
Can you go ahead?
No, it's already been given 4 times now. What was the first point of feedback that was given? Raj, my man, come on. You can do it. Do it. What else? What do you think? What if you look at this card right here, Raj?
Yeah.
Is anything? What do you think? Does anything feel?
Yeah, I like center the text in the card.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So I guess those are the two items then, that you might just eliminate the white space.
Okay.
I know it's not white, but eliminate the extra space in mobile view because it just isn't adding to any, it doesn't help. But in desktop view, sounds like you'll go ahead and add some white space to the card and then just vertically align the content of the card. And we think that that's an improvement. It still is kind of a lot of space, but that's not your fault. Any other thoughts there? Yes, for Raj. Any other thoughts on this? Any other ideas?
All right. I guess that is it. So I'll just let Raj know that he can always and for all of us, like if you want to watch some section of the video again, so you can always do that on our YouTube channel. So this meeting is being live streamed. The channel name is Layer5IO. You can catch up all the live recordings there. So I guess I'll share my screen again. And so we had quite a call today, everyone. So welcome. Thanks a lot. And let me just quickly share the calendars link in chat. So to get updates about all the meeting that happen here, you can just subscribe to the calendar. You can hit that yellow button right there. So it will sync the meeting timings to your time zone. So thanks a lot, everyone. And yeah, we'll meet next Monday. Bye.
See ya. Bye, guys.